Hi, Olkar here. In today's video we're gonna go through the concept of our game. So let's start with the title reveal. And the title of the game is Devlog. So why Devlog? Devlog is a combination of two words. At least that's what Wikipedia says, and these words are devious, which means belonging to the gods, and miles, which means soldier. The title of the game is also the name of the warriors who were sent by the gods. It is one of these warriors that the player embodies in order to decide who is the strongest Devlog. So these warriors stand as the guardian of peace in the world, and the tournament for the strongest warrior is organized to remind people how powerful they are. That's all from the story side. Let's go now to the meat, which is gameplay. The main inspiration for the Devlog is Boomerang Fu. And what I mean by that is I took the core aspects of the fast-paced gameplay and what hit KO. I think that's a pretty cool idea. As far as I know, the Boomerang Fu is only local multiplayers. So in this video we will go through all the core mechanics. So let's start with the movement. Devlog are inspired by Japanese samurais and ninjas, so I want the movement to be as fluid as possible, which means that I don't want the player to stack on any walls. And we all know that the most immersion breaking is where players are running into the wall. This problem will be solved in such a way that instead of stopping at the wall, the player will slide along it. This is intended to ensure uninterrupted gameplay. Next one is dodge mechanic. Using dodge is also defensive, where you can save your life and also be used as a trap mechanic. I want the dodge to be this gotcha moment when the enemy character will hit your decoy. They are gonna be stunned. Now let's move on the next core mechanic and the feature that will most distinguish this game from others. It's input. Okay, maybe it's not exactly a mechanic, but I need to mention it. I want to emphasize the feeling of connection between the player and the avatar the player controls. Most games use a single button press for an action, but here I want the player to perform a gesture similar to the one made by the avatar. In this case, the gesture is spinning. To attack, the player must spin the analog stick, which sets the power and the speed of the attack. And smoothly we transition to the attack. The Devlog use the weapon of the gods called Auret Rope, which is inspired by the rope dart. The attack will be divided into three phases. First one is spinning, where the player rotates the analog stick. Second one is the release. Upon releasing the attack button, the player performs a swing in front of them, which also serves as a melee attack. And the third and the last one, after melee attack, player thrusts the weapon in the chosen direction, just like the rope dart. A situation may occur where players throw at each other at the same time. In this case, something I call the Auret Rope clash happens, which is the next key mechanics. When two weapons hit each other, an energy orb appears at the point of collision. After a short time, these orbs determine the winner based on who threw with more force. Once the winner is chosen, a projectile chases the losers for the center time, and remember, the projectile can hit any hero. The final core mechanic is called Ascendancy. The level of Ascendancy determines how quickly your character attacks and how fast the thrown Auret Rope travels. You can think of it as similar to SSJ Goku mode. The higher your Ascendancy, the more powerful and dynamic your character becomes, both in attack speed and projectile velocity. The last point I want to discuss in this video is the visual aspect of the game. I want the game to stand out with its visual style, so the main reference for the look will be the game Okami and the traditional Japanese feudal paintings. That's all for today. Have a great day and see you in the comments.